So about a year ago, I uploaded my most popular video on this channel, simply titled PaxTube is batshit insane. Now, whenever I uploaded this, I didn't intend for it to sort of blow up or anything. It was just supposed to be like a shitpost basically. And then PaxTube released this Crusade video. But before this, the most recent video on his channel was the Cyberpunk one. And this was unknown. I don't think anyone actually knew who he was.
Oh, who you? What the fuck?
Of course, until his Crusade video, obviously. And that video in of itself wasn't that bad. He scrapped all of that weird anime shit that I thought was funny. And it just seems like a down-to-earth history video. I might not agree with it, but that's what it is. Even though these two videos existing on the same channel is kind of funny. And since you're most likely here from that video, sorry to disappoint you, but this is not a political channel and I will not be looking at that video. But someone by the name of Fredda has looked into it, and assuming that his video is unbiased or anything, it might be worth your time. Some other videos I like from PaxTube are his detransition video and how pornography destroys his mind video. So I hope that answers the question, do I hate PaxTube? No. He can make some good videos and laughably awful cringe videos that are just hilarious. And that's kind of the point of my channel. I just look at shit that's interesting to me and some other people that's not talked about that much. And I feel like I kind of have to say this to avoid the comments I got on my first video, which are very fucking wild. GTA pedestrian shit, bro. Love how your channel is just a grift channel. You can't handle dude is more based and real than you. Seeing that you take issue on things that he's criticizing makes more sense. It's all political woke points to you. Congratulations, you're a groomer libtard. What? So, this is PaxTube, YouTube's voice of reason, which you may know for his Crusade and French Revolution video. But I know him for his anime reviews and that fucking Giga Chat video I can't still. So, how exactly are these reviews funny? The review can start off as normal, but slowly over the video, it turns into some political message. Or just like a ton of out-of-pocket shit that doesn't belong in an anime review.
Breaking out of a dystopia would mean the characters rise up, end the society's corrupt leadership, and lead the people into a new golden age. You know what that sounds like? Fascism.
Huh?
I'm just being honest, I think you're overthinking this shit, bro. Genuinely, how do you link those two things together with this show is up to the imagination. I don't fucking know. But that's generally how these reviews go. It's a bunch of anime splashed with some politics. Oh yeah, flat out, he'll get some shit wrong sometimes. Like, in his Cyberpunk review, he kept on going on about how Netflix made the show, but they didn't. They just published it. That's like saying Attack on Titan was made by Adult Swim.
You're lying, I swear.
Here's some parts of his reviews that I thought were funny. If you don't want to watch this part, just skip.
Wants the audience to take it for granted that the people running Night City are all heartless scum and nothing can be done about it. Ancestry today are often taught to see their history. It's common practice in Western education systems.
We're demonizing white people.
All of this has had the effect of dividing people of European ancestry. The show doesn't even get its own racial propaganda right, though, because the Aryan dwarf is the friendliest character in the show, while the black elf is the cattiest. A little racist there, High Guardian Spice. Examples of that happening. Those unaware, nihilism is a philosophy, or Shelby Steele describes white guilt. He describes it is the
Listen, you pointy.
If I don't critique these things, at this point, I'm not sure who will.
If I don't beat my wife, no one else will.
Is that they're unisex and women work right alongside men. Now, I understand that they're all cyborgs, but women and men being perfectly equal fighters as they're known in the show is still a bit unrealistic.
The drawings, they're fiction!
Obviously, those are not all the moments from his reviews that are funny. If you want to see all of them, I mean, just watch them by yourself. But those are some that I thought were funny. So, are we done? Hell no. So, what else could be cringe about PaxTube besides his reviews? Let's take a look at his channel. So, besides this anime video, which, just no.
Watching High School DxD and wishing all the girls in that show would flock to you like they do Issei. But this is real life. Real life girls don't act like that, unless they're groupies. Ain't no groupies looking for men that don't shower and play Osu. Looking for rappers and basketball players. Can you play ball? I don't think.
He also made a video about VTubers, which I'm not gonna cover directly because it's like little kid shit, but I'm gonna cover what he said leading up to making that video. If you know anything about this guy, you're gonna know what's coming up next. I know this is a low-hanging fruit by the nutsack, but like this still needs to be mentioned. So in this screenshot, he's asking for proof that Gawr on stream was admitting her high body count and her fucking black guys. I'll be going over how this whole screenshot screenshot is just weird. Like, how socially autistic do you have to be to say this shit without thinking that it's not weird? This is like if I said I was making a video about streamers and I asked, does anyone have any proof of Jaden Animation sucking the lever-living shit out of a white guy? You just don't say this shit. And hypothetically, let's say that this was true. Where would that even fit into the fucking video? And he has addressed this multiple times, I'm pretty sure, but it always just falls flat on its face. At this screenshot right here, I want you to pay attention to the third point that he made. He said he deleted it because it was misinformation. While I do think that he's not lying about this entirely, it's not the complete story. Because if you didn't know, PaxTube will just delete shit from his Twitter if it's not popular, or if it's not going well with a lot of people, or if it's just stupid. Including this one, there are 4 examples of him doing this shit. Now this one, I don't know what it was entirely because it's fucking deleted, obviously, but I'm guessing it's about how he didn't like Trump or something like that, and apparently it wasn't popular, so we deleted it. This is him saying that like someone's stupid because they're Chinese and they don't like Hitler and like World War II shit. What? And also, you don't just say, well, you're Chinese, of course you didn't like it. Who says this shit? And unsurprisingly, he deleted this shit too. And I don't have proof of this next one, but everything that we've gone over, I mean, this is pretty much to be expected. He made a tweet that was talking about how cinema is just sloppy or whatever. He compared the fucking Mario movie to one of the greatest trilogies ever made, the Lord of the Rings movie, saying that it wasn't deep enough. The Mario movie, by the way. So now we're just at this last part where he's saying that it's actually us who's the one who's ruining her reputation, keeps on spreading claims about her. And no one's spreading no claims about her. We're just making fun of you for the screenshot. No one's doing any of that shit. And I kind of find this ironic because in his VTuber video, he was making them out to be a part of this cabal where they were going after young men, and he puts Gawr on the thumbnail. Just admit that your tweet was weird and just move on. I don't know. Oh yeah, another fun fact. If you send this to him on Twitter, he will block you on spot. Don't believe me? Try for yourself, bro. And for a bit, let's pay attention to this original screenshot. Look at this profile picture. This will become ironic in a lot of ways for later, trust me. But let's get back to his Twitter. So besides this, what else does PaxTube tweet on the X, Twitter? I don't know. But anyway, back to my point. So apparently sometimes on Twitter, he'll go into these disliking phases or whatever, where he's talking about how orthodoxism and Protestantism are, well, to be honest, I don't know what they are, but they're interesting ass opinions to say the least. Now, I'm not religious, but I don't hate other religions, so this is the part of the video where I don't fucking know. But you can read this shit and figure it out for yourself. Now, if you're like me and you know nothing about Twitter, you might not know what a oomfie is. God, I don't know why I actually just said that. But it's basically just Twitter's version of mutuals. I just have to explain that so you actually know the meaning behind what I'm gonna say. But anyway, there was this thing that went on Twitter last month, like July or August, I'm not too sure. But it was called the oomfie war, and what the fuck? But it was basically a war between mutuals where they got mad at each other because they were saying gay jokes and all that, which I don't really understand why. I mean, we all make fucking gay jokes, but like we're not actually gay. I mean, I know that there was one guy who was using the fucking Christian thing. He was being like actually gay, like dressing up as like femboys and shit. Then yeah, but this example that I'm gonna show, it's not like that. So this is the thing that PaxTube said in someone's DMs where he's mad at someone for making these gay jokes, even though they were just jokes. And I feel like I also need to clarify the person who he's sending this to is an actual Nazi. This isn't I guess you would say communist or anything. This is a Nazi. I also think it's funny. He's like, your filth angers me. This is some Reddit tier fucking, just say that, don't be a fucking faggot or something like that. I don't know. You're just gonna, and to my knowledge, at least he was saying this because he thought by them making these gay jokes that they would actually become gay, which isn't true because unlike PaxTube, these guys actually have girlfriends, both of them. So no. And you may be asking, why am I censoring this guy's name? It's because according to people like Fredda, who have made videos on PaxTube and they have gone somewhat popular, they will send you actual death threats. Like, this community is on the level of the SMP community. Like, this is fucking insane. And even if it is fake, I'm not risking this guy getting death threats because he doesn't like PaxTube. But since I don't like PaxTube, you can send me death threats on my Twitter right here. But this kind of does bring into question, what else besides this stupid shit does PaxTube find funny or comedic? But we have to go back to 2021 to actually find this out. And this is when the whole PaxTube identity and persona actually started to pop off. And back then he went by the handle by Cath Anime Avi. And remember when I said earlier in the video that his profile picture on this account would become ironic? Yeah, I'm gonna bring that shit up now. Now, to understand why this is ironic, we need to know where the fuck this profile picture is from. It's from a show called Bokuben, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's from an ecchi, which is short for erotic anime. Think of it as a tier below hentai, which is ironic because of his whole thing, but I could just end the video here. No one really goes into what this show is. besides it being an ecchi. So I guess you would allow me to explain what this show is. So Bokuben, like you see there, it's also called We Can't Study, is an ecchi, like we already went over. And it's about this show about this guy who needs to study for all these girls because they don't want to, and they all want him. This is a fucking loser show. I'm sorry this doesn't fit into the video, but this is a fucking loser show. Who the fuck watches this shit, bro? Like, I'm sorry, but you're already a weirdo if you watch this shit. But anyway, back to the video. But the part I want to focus on is the ecchi part, because like we gone over, it's just a softcore version of hentai. But I want to explain something that makes this even weirder. These characters are in high school. Every character that you see here is a fucking minor, and they show them butt-ass naked too. What the fuck?
That's nasty.
Actually, I do need to clarify something. They're not showing, like, fucking nipples or, like, assholes or anything, but, like, they're still fucking nude, and they're still in fucking high school. I don't care if they're not real or not. That's fucking nasty. You can literally put in Bokuben scene in the Google search thing, and that's all that you'll see. You'll just see naked woman, naked minor. What the fuck? It gets worse when you put in shower scene too. Oh, fuck. Oh, but it's wholesome. Well, it's still trying to get shit out of you. I mean, by looking at these screenshots, I mean, I think that's pretty clear. And it's just pixels. Well, everything is made of fucking pixels, so this doesn't even need to be discussed. It's just weird. There's fucking 17-year-olds being naked in this show. And even if they don't happen that often, PaxTube still defended these scenes. So what I'm gonna do is debunk, I guess, some of these scenes. It's not really debunking, it's just like stating the obvious. And yeah, now the guy's trying to ask them this, says, isn't your profile picture from a Kumar show? And then PaxTube responds with, I've debunked this many times, stop watching porn. I think he's trying to say that porn is bad. I mean, if you're a normal person, I think that's a reasonable opinion, but that has nothing to do with the fucking show. I'm pretty sure if a show was showing multiple scenes of girls taking showers and alluding to sexual shit, it's a Kumar show, but maybe that's just a testament to my retardism, but I don't know. And he uses the excuse that they're virgins and it's fine, which fucking no. Oh, no. They're flashing their fucking tits and they're being naked all the time, but it's not a Kumar show because they never had dick in their ass. Like, what? Like, do you want them to be like, this is a Kumar show, do not watch? Like, I feel like it's pretty easy to put the puzzle pieces in your head, man. And in this one, someone's pointing out, doesn't this fucking debunk your whole thing of like the shit you say about animes and all that? And I shit you not, he compares a fucking anime to a Greek statue. Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. What? I mean, call me out if I'm wrong, but comparing a show with a naked high schooler with a fucking Greek statue that was probably made 8,000 years ago before society was like what it was today is fucking crazy, bro. Reddit weeb ass argument. Oh, no. Actually, no, it's not. Because he'll be really quick to debunk you that he's not a weeb or a fucking Redditor, despite him having 2 fucking Reddit accounts and his obvious weeb shit. But he likes to distinguish himself from these claims because he's not a fucking atheist and he doesn't watch porn. But you can be a fucking weeaboo and not watch porn, and you can be a Redditor and be a fucking Christian. I don't understand, like, where he gets this shit from. And you mean to tell me that there's a guy out there who will hyperfixate on small things in anime, like fucking men and women being the same strength? And not only Cyberpunk, but the other animes I went over in this video with extreme fucking reaching in every single one of those reviews. But he wouldn't hyperfixate on the fact there's literally naked high schoolers in there and chalks it up to just comedy? I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird. And notice how he calls him a dumbass too, like he doesn't want to prove him to be wrong. I mean, we don't need to go into a fucking whole political discussion about it. It's a show that has a lot of scenes with naked fucking high schoolers in it, and they allude to a bunch of sexual shit. That is a Kumar show. We don't need to hyperfixate on it. It's that fucking obvious, man. And another point someone made in my comment section, he was really fucking respectful too. Shout out to you, man. He was saying that he praised it because of how chasteful they are. I think that can be a thing in the show, but it's still clear that this show is meant to get you off, if you couldn't tell. I mean, you can include themes of that, but you can also have what's in this show, and it's clearly meant to get you off, so no, I still don't fucking believe that shit. And bottom line, what I'm trying to say is this is a weird show, and it's weird that fucking PaxTube, out of all people, is defending it. I don't really know why, but this did kind of get me wondering, if he's watching a show with naked 17-year-olds and high schoolers, how old is this guy to be defending this shit? Well, he himself has stated that he is a millennial.
I am a millennial.
but just for clarity's sake here, I'm gonna say that he was born in 1996. It might have been a little bit lower than that. I thought I saw a couple tweets from him that were referring to him when he was in his 20s, implying that he was 30 years old or something like that, but I can't really confirm that right now. So we're just gonna say that he was born in 1996. So you were 25 years old and you were laughing at shit like this and watching this show with butt booty naked 17-year-olds, bro. And not only that, but defending it and exaggerating the shit out of a fucking anime girl.
Now, the most common explanation of why anime girls are popular is that they're cute, and that's very true.
The place where I got that full screenshot from was like a 4chan archive or some shit like that, and it mentioned something about shilling, which is when you act like somebody else to promote your fucking product. Now, I don't use fucking 4chan or anything, so I can't verify the validity of this screenshot, but if anyone in the comment section does know how to use fucking 4chan, can you confirm if this is real or true or not? It would be really useful to my work. But to be honest, if you look at his old Reddit accounts and shit like that, he would always promote these videos whenever he's talking about someone to prove a point. So him shilling wouldn't be too out of the imagination, but I just thought it was worth showing, I guess. So PaxTube has to be one of the weirdest channels I've ever covered on this channel. And that's saying a lot because I made a video about life and scars, bro. But here are my ending thoughts about PaxTube. So we're just going to summarize everything that we went over in the video, basically. So he looks way too deep into shit, like in his anime reviews and his fucking Giga Chat video. That whole video is just reach, bro. But I'm just going to let this guy explain it because he explains it way better than I could ever. Me and him basically came to the same conclusion that he has to look at literally everything through any form of media through his political ideology, which then, like we went over, extends to anime, which I don't think anime is that deep. I'm gonna be for real with you. Whenever you look at any fucking story that clearly isn't meant to be political and putting on some political glasses on it, you get the entirely wrong message of the show. Just take it for it being the story that it is. And he knows how to critique stuff, which I'm confused why he just has to add random political points to it. The review would be perfectly fine if he didn't, especially when he talks about something for way too long instead of focusing on the show. Like PaxTube, if you're listening to this, you can make videos on that entire subject that you're branching off to in your anime reviews. I might not even agree with them, but you seem really well versed into the subject, so it would be really interesting to see videos about them instead of just discussing them in an anime review. That's just embarrassing, bro. And anime girls are not that deep. I'm sorry if this is offending anyone, but they're not. That whole idea is just funny as fuck to me that they're supposed to be that deep. I don't know. And also that Gawr thing, I don't care how you look at it, that's just funny to read. Like, why does he need video proof of her just fucking black guys? Why just black guys? Why do you have to specify that they were black? I don't know, bro. Like, they could be white and he'd be fine with it, but because they're black, he needs to let everyone know. I don't know, bro. That's just funny to read. And this also includes the rest of the cornball shit that he says that was in this video. So just picture them here, I guess. And Bokuben, you're weird as fuck, bro. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say here in regards to that topic, but ooh. But to summarize him in general, PaxTube is a guy who looks way too deep into shit that really isn't that deep, like his anime reviews, and I'm gonna still bring it up, that Giga Chat video. And the main point of this video was just to shed light on why I think that this guy's just a cornball, which he is, by the way. Like, don't take things in a fictional show too literally. That's all I gotta say. And I know for a fact that 99% of all of you guys watching right now are here because of his political videos, which, sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not a political channel. I'm not a political person. So, but this is all I'm gonna say. If you can't make one Google search to verify who made a show and make a random assumption and guess and then try to make an overarching political point with it, which leads to nothing because you didn't make the 1 second Google search, but not only that, but omit information as well, like in this Attack on Titan video where he tried making it out that there's only Marleyans and Eldians in that show to prove some white press thing or whatever, I don't know. But what he forgot in that review is that there's 3 other races that he didn't even cover in the show. So you're not even exploring all the racial themes in the show. And when I actually started watching Attack on Titan, I went in with it knowing that this video existed and everything that was mentioned in it. You know how surprised I was when I saw a black person in the show? Like, I thought that there was only 2 races. Who the fuck is this guy? And then when I also found out that not everyone in the show hates the Eldians, which PaxTube is using in replacement for white people. Not everyone hates white people, and they're actually saying shit like this too.
Because our creator thought that things would be more interesting. A world were occupied by many kinds of people. I'd say that applies to you subjects of Ymir as well. We exist because we were wanted.
Wait, we were created? By who?
By the one who gave power to your founder Ymir. It was God.
Man, I feel like how he puts Christianity and everything, that would be something that you would want to put in your review. But this isn't an Attack on Titan review. I'm just showing proof that he will admit information from his videos get shit wrong, like one Google search away wrong. It's funny whenever it's anime because it's like, you're fucking stupid, you got it wrong. And I want to bring up this question, and I'm saying this as someone who's not political. Why do you have the right to try to debunk these scenarios, which have historically been seen as a bad thing, yet you, even in your anime reviews, get all your shit wrong? Or you're omitting shit from your videos. Who am I to tell if you're not omitting shit from these videos? From my perspective, you're doing the same shit because it's made by the same guy. So I don't know. What if with your cyberpunk thing, you got something completely wrong and you're running with it to make an example? What if I'm just one Google search away? That's all I'm going to say about those political videos, y'all. So yeah, PaxTube is cringe.